Thank you for coming to part 2 of 3 of my geode epoxy tutorial. So we already have our board prepped and painted and the edges done. We're going in with some epoxy right now. I used the Epoxy Artisan Fast Set, but it is on back order right now, so you can just use the Artisan epoxy. It is basically the same, it just takes longer to set. So I just mixed up a tiny bit, I think 30 milliliters. And I'm just kind of spreading it a little bit on the edge, kind of where it's still a little rough, but it's going towards the flat board. Then I'm going in with these. These are just like a little glass vase filler from Hobby Lobby. They're really inexpensive. It's only $3 for this pack, and I don't even use the whole pack. This is the black color, and I go in with the more teal color in a little bit. But I really like these. They're really pretty. They have like a little bit of silver glitter on them, which I think adds just like a little bit of sparkle. So I just go through and keep doing the same thing, putting a little bit of epoxy down and sprinkling the rocks on top. And then don't worry if they're not all stuck down yet, because I do drizzle more on top. But when you pour epoxy and like kind of coat all the rocks, it kind of just coats everything and makes it look a little more like it's in the epoxy, whereas I like it to look more rocky and like they're coming out of it like in real rock. So that's why I do it this way. I don't just like to pour a bunch of epoxy and then just kind of pour them in. I still want that really chunky rocky look to it, if that makes sense. So now I'm just drizzling just a little bit on top so that they'll stick down and they won't go anywhere once it's dry. Because when you drizzle it on, it kind of just gets in between and kind of holds everything in there. Then with the middle, since I have like a bunch of different rocks to lay down, I just kind of poured it more on since I know I'm going to be going further out than the outside edge. Then I mixed up some more because I realized I needed more than that. Then I'm first going in with these like crushed glass vase filler. I got these at Michael's. They don't have them anymore. I found them on the site for that picture, but it's just kind of like a mirror glass, almost like one side has like a reflective side. So I'm sure you can find these somewhere else. That's where I got mine, and they're no longer there. Then these rocks I actually found at the Dollar Tree, so I have them linked down below also. But we picked out ones that were more white. They actually had like pure white ones. The picture looks a little more tan, so I think it's just gonna be depending on your store, like what they have. But I just thought for $1 a pack, like, and I didn't even use a whole pack of them. Then I was just putting them on just kind of randomly, and then I realized, oh, I should probably go right around the gold lines I already have on there. So That's why I kind of moved those out. So then I'm just drizzling more on all over those. Then adding more epoxy for the teal glass filler. And then just pouring those on. I wish they had more colors. I think they have 5 or 6 colors, but they're just so pretty and you can't beat that price. So I need to get all the colors. I think I only got 3 of them. So I want to go try all the colors and stock up on these because I really liked them for this. I haven't really used them before, except in the smaller geode. I think I did use the black ones, but I think it just turned out really pretty. So then for the bigger, chunkier rocks in the middle, I used a mix of these kind of more clear crystal glass, fire glass, whatever it is, and then these kind of frosted ones. They look like white in the picture for some reason, but they're just like barely frosted. I thought just the mix of those kind of gave it a little bit more realistic look. And I'm actually gluing them on with a hot glue gun, which I know they'll just peel off, but we are going to go in and drizzle more epoxy on there so they all are like stay rock hard in there. But I was trying different glues and I couldn't find anything that was holding good enough, and I didn't want to use super glue because super glue just gets everywhere and it turns cloudy and it's a mess. So yeah, I just decided to hot glue them and then pour epoxy on later to get them to stay. So then that's everything for part 2. Make sure you check out part 3. Thanks. Bye.